Yo, let's get right into it, man. It's already late, right? Yeah, for a change of pace, we're gonna start off with USD CAD and USD CAD in the 4 hour as like yesterday, like yesterday. Still within a range, right? Range bound, waiting to see what happens. I still have expectations of it probably pushing back down, right? So coming into today in the back of my mind, I'm not really looking for buys, right? And end of Asian session, London Open comes back down, no valid POI in there, pushes up to a 50-minute break of structure right there. We have a pullback, and then this is the POI. I'd say would have been a little bit higher probability, right? But you don't get a valid entry method, right? You have the strong liquidation, comes down, sweeps that, you have your strong liquidation, but it moves out of the zone. So I think for me it's invalid, even though it did work out afterwards, but didn't always work out. So you don't want to force trades in such a way, right? Overall decent PA, but I'm still skeptical about buys simply because of where we are within the 4 hour. And then GPUSD, I didn't clean it up like I did with USD CAD, just so we can speak about it a little bit, right? On the 4 hour, we had that break of structure yesterday, right? Comes down into sweeps. This 4 hour, it's a low, but not major, but it's a sweep nonetheless, right? Sweep comes into this 1 hour, but before it comes into the 1 hour, right at the London Open was down here somewhere, 10:30, right? End of Asian session, London Open, we have an internal break of structure right there, 15-minute iPulse, right, which would have made this the internal high over here, and then we come down, right? I'm looking for buys at this point, not like looking to continue sells because of the area that we're in, right? It's better to look for the pullback on the buys. Now we come in down here, barely missed this, come up, we have a sweep of the high, right? Not a sweep, but an actual break of the high. This would be our new 15-minute iBoss, right? And then you'd think this reaction POI would be the one to hold. Nope. On the 5-minute, it sweeps clean through, which is why it's good to wait for confirmation, right? If you have an iBoss, sweeps right through. Same with this one here, sweeps right through, which ends up making literally there being no valid trade for the day. But even though you do have like break of structure this way, break of structure that way, end of the day it's not valid simply because it's not giving you the valid entry methods, right? So we have that as the internal high now, and then we have the iBoss there, and then we'll have the internal low right here. So for tomorrow, hopefully we'll break up again, and then we expect that pullback to start, right? And then just look for buys. I think there'll be a little bit higher probability even looking at the 4 hour, because after the break on the 4 hour you need to have a pullback, right? Not need, but usually have a pullback. So those are my expectations for that. Bless me. And then Euro USD is similar to GPUSD. Alright, when I start looking at the charts around 8, melts down. I'm waiting for a little bit more, like a pullback up. We don't get that even for sells. We don't get anything valid within here on the M5. we don't have a strong liquidation before this move down, so it's not valid anyway, because we don't have a strong liquidation, and then it melts down and then it starts to come back now. But the 15-minute is bearish, so tomorrow, even though we are within this daily zone, maybe we'll still look for sells, right? Continue with this momentum if we do get a good formation of structure, something like, let's say it comes up, right, and maybe a little bit more down, and then it has like a valid break of a low, like right there, and then look to continue within the POIs down this way. But basically we just wait for a little bit more development, something that shows that it wants to sell. And then last but not least, we have Euro JPY. And then Euro JPY, yesterday we melted right through this, and then we have now swept the 4-hour low, right? This is the swing low. We've swept it into this POI and started pushing back up before closing below. So it's not a valid break, it's just a sweep, which would probably mean it might start buying, right? So in this case, for me, I'd probably not look for sells within this bearish 15-minute structure. Probably wait for this high to go and then just continue looking for buys like that. But in terms of what happened today, not much. Went down, came back up. Even if you had a decent POI in here, you don't have the 5-minute entry, then just melts right back down. Nothing interesting in there. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow is better in a way, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace.